evening, everyone. Welcome to On the World Beat. I'm here with Hallan Daphnis, and I'm promoting Plan for Fitness Talk Show. I'm so delighted to be asked to come back again, and we want to send a strong message tonight. So I'm here to make some announcements, and I have a special guest appearing once again. He's been in studio many a times. Mr. Arthur Hess is with me. Welcome, Mr. Hess.
Always a pleasure.
Mr. Hess has been my client for 6 years. He is a diabetic neuropathy dialysis patient. Extremely rewarding and challenging at the same time, but it's my mission in life to keep him rehabilitated. First and foremost, I want to thank my public relations firm in New York City, 2 PR Chicks, Mary Ellen Nugent-Lee. She's the CEO of the company, and she's been so supportive of the talk show and planforfitnessradio.com website. So I'm so grateful to Mary Ellen and looking forward to future projects. Also, right next to me is Mr. Arthur Hess. I'm so proud of my client of many years, and we continue on our journey. Mr. Hess, I want to ask you a few questions to elaborate on. First and foremost, my teachings keep you in a very forward motion. Can you tell the viewers how Plan for Fitness has helped you in your life?
I had to go into a nursing home a few years ago. My mother had died, and I was in not a good space. When I called Deborah, she helped me pull out. I was told I would never get out of bed and walk again. I walked without any mobility devices. Deborah brought me hope, and she pushed me through caring and compassion. And I would not be here today if it wasn't for her.
Well, my heart is overwhelmed when Arthur says things like that, but it's really true. It has been a lot of hard work, and we're reaching out to people that are watching today. If you have a loved one, a friend, or a family member in a nursing home, please go visit them. If you cannot be available or in the state, find somebody that can make the time for them, whether it's bringing flowers, baked goods, because you know that really brightens their day. I have seen firsthand in Palm Beach County the desperation of people that are basically in a lockdown facility. So again, we're here to help and educate people, and I am available in Palm Beach County. If you have a loved one and you cannot get down to the nursing home, I will go personally, and it would be my honor to do so. Plan for Fitness is available by consultation. If you want to call me directly, it's area code 561-856-0100, or email planforfitness@aol.com. And back to Mr. Arthur Hess. I'm so delighted that you're here today, Mr. Hess. You know, I want to talk about the attitude of willingness and the breaking the bond of desperation that people feel that are in an institution without support. Can you tell the viewers what your opinion is on that subject?
Having been through it, I happened to meet a lady, must have been in her early 70s, wheelchair bound, and I was sitting at the table with her, and she was so happy. She's been wheelchair bound for almost 3 years. She took 10 steps today. It doesn't seem like a lot, and she was looking forward to doing 15 tomorrow. The willingness to push and to go forward, where it would be very easy just to slide back and say that, you know, it's over, I don't have to do anything.
These are victories, ladies and gentlemen, and again, we're here to bring you a message of hope and help and education. You are not alone. If you are a caregiver and you need support, Plan for Fitness is available to talk to you. Phone lines are open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Again, the number is 561-856-0100. Again, we have Mr. Arthur Hess here, and we're recording to be live. We're so excited. Mr. Hess is a dialysis patient, 6 to 8% renal function, and he is a blessing. He's a lot of hard work, and I want to ask you, Mr. Hess, how the changes and the hard work. I mean, I'm kind of tough. You want to tell them that I'm not easy, but I get the job done, and you progress.
Well, to push me from where I was to where I am, it can't be easy. But it's done from the heart and with compassion. It makes a difference. You can't leave people alone and expect them to push on their own. You got to have somebody behind you. You got to know once in a while somebody will pat you on the back and give you a smile and say, "You did a good job."
That's so nice to hear. And that's what the goal is. And it's a continued goal. I am of service. If you need to contact me directly, again, 561-856-0100 or planforfitness@AOL.com. I also want to talk about two things that are important. I need to give recognition to two very special people, and they are the pastors of Art and Compassion in West Palm Beach. They serve Palm Beach County, and a minute to recognize these wonderful people is a pleasure. Olga and Marvin Smith, who feed the hungry, and they clothe the naked, and they assist the homeless, and they share the word with men and women, and they just minister their needs and support. So I'm so proud to be a part of them. They're beautiful people, and I encourage you right now to reach out and purchase The Underbelly, the Palm Beach no one talks about. It's at Barnes & Noble, or you can contact Olga directly at 561 area code 572-7017. And The Underbelly is a wonderful book, and it will really pull on your heartstrings. So that was very important to let the world know that people are out there really caring and giving of themselves. This is The Underbelly, the Palm Beach no one talks about. This book is so special. It was given to me by Pastor Olga and Marvin Smith a couple years ago when we were in studio and doing a show that was so special. And I want to share with you that in this book there are personal stories of people that have lost their way. And some of them are locals right here in Palm Beach County. Most of them are. And I'm just so proud of the pastors for reaching out and caring and finding housing for these people. Again, we're asking you to go to Barnes & Noble and find The Underbelly, because it's a beautiful book if you want to read it for yourself or give it as a gift. I want to thank the viewers for staying with us this evening. On the World Beat, I'm here with Mr. Arthur Hess, my client of 6 years, and it's just a pleasure to share with everybody here tonight your progress and your victories. And I just want to share before we go off the air about the Free Hugs campaign. Plan for Fitness has brought the Free Hugs campaign to Palm Beach County. It was originated in Miami Beach by Juan Mann, and it's just been so special to me to experience the love from a total stranger and reaching out and embracing somebody. The word is, a hug is all you need. Mr. Hess, what is your experience that you've seen?
Well, with what we've dealt with, picture yourself having a bad day, walking around by yourself, and here comes a stranger who gives you a nice big hug and wishes you have a good day. It just enlightens your spirit and brings you back up from where you were.
Thank you, Mr. Hess, so much.
Oh, my pleasure.
Thank you for working so hard and all your achievements.
Thank you.
As we go forward, it's hard work, everybody. It's perseverance and it's commitment, and it can be done. Again, if you have a loved one that needs assistance in a facility and you are out of state, I am available in Palm Beach County. And thank you so much for tuning in.
Welcome to Hallan Daphnis on the World Beat. My name is Salusa, and I'll be your host for the day. With me I have Pacelli Baptiste, and I also have Marlene Raymond. Two young entrepreneurs, and we're gonna get some information from them. Hopefully at the end of this interview you will get some information that will be beneficial to you. and to your future. Hopefully, for those of you who are looking for a job or looking for an opportunity to invest or to learn, you will have learned from these two young entrepreneurs. Once again, my name is Salusa Pasquin. I am your host on Hallan Daphnis and the World Beat. Bocelli, welcome to Hallan Daphnis on the World Beat.
Thank you.
Marlene, welcome to Hallan Daphnis on the World Beat. Let's talk a little bit about your business. What kind of business is it?
Okay. Well, basically what we do is, we sit down with families and we help them with a financial game plan, because it's very important that you have a goal in life, that you have a destination. And, without a destination, what's going to happen? You're going to get lost. So we're helping families with a financial game plan, making sure that they're on the right track. And if they already have a financial plan, we make sure that we coach them to make sure that they're heading where they want to go.
So when you're helping someone with a financial game plan, what exactly do you do? Take me through this process. I have a family of 3, a family of 4. I work, the wife works, and we have 2 kids, total of 4, or 1 kid. We have, each one of us have different salary.
Okay.
How do you come in and help us with a financial game plan?
Okay.
Am I saying the right?
Right. Okay.
Right, just wondering.
Well, the first thing we do when we sit down with a family is we see if we can help them save extra money, because most people would want to be able to save, but a lot of them are
So if I understand, so this is why you're calling it the financial game plan. That means this person is going to move from where they are to making the best out of the money that they have.
Exactly. In other words, regardless of where your income is, okay, what experts say is that you should be putting 15% of what you earn towards a financial program. Sometimes when we think, well, I'm not making enough money, well, it's not really about how much money you make, but how you manage your income.
So the best way to look at this is that you help people better manage their money.
Exactly.
And to make the best out of it, so that in the long run, they will have more in their pocket.
Exactly. Right. And to use your scenario, you being married and you have a couple of kids, we sit down with you and we analyze your finances, just kind of like a doctor, right? And every person, because life insurance has their own name, because if I pass away, I don't get a new life or fixed life, right? But really what it does is it protects your income, which is the foundation of your plan. Because what happens if your income no longer comes into the household? Everything that has to do with finance goes down.
So again, you're helping the person to understand, even when they pass, there is a way to maintain the stability of their family gain. Who should have a financial plan?
Well, everybody should, because I've been seeing a lot of people, they've been out of job for so many years and they basically have no money saved in a bank account. It doesn't matter how old you are, it doesn't matter if you have families or not. Basically, we're more focused on people that are, married and kids and have a family, because those are the people that are responsible. Does that make sense? But everybody should have a financial game plan.
So if whether I'm 17, 18, living on my own,
right,
or if I'm 19,
right,
newly married,
right,
or 25, or 50 or 75, I should have a financial plan.
Yeah, basically when we sit down with people, we just go ahead and find out where they are financially and put them in a better situation, because everybody would want to be in a better situation, sure of course, right? So basically when we sit down with whoever you are, we find out what is that is important for you. Okay, if it's important for you, whatever it is, we have to make sure that that's being protected.
Right, allow me to do this real quick. So if it was up to you guys, the Miami Heat would have won the championship, because you would have coached them properly to say, hey, this is what you need to do to gain more points at the end of the game to be the winning team.
Right.
So basically that's you become the coach that help someone and ease them along the way to learn exactly how to get the best out of what they have.
Exactly.
Regardless to the team that you have,
Right.
regardless to having a family of 5, family of 3, a family of 2, regardless to being 25, 30, or 40, you help them find the way to make the best out of what they have. So when it
Exactly.
comes time that they're in need, that they have somewhere that they can put their hands in.
Exactly. Right.
Now, what other services that that your company provides?
Okay, well, as we spoke about the life insurance, the only reason why it's there is in case of something happens to the breadwinner, the family can move on. But the main goal is to eventually become self-insured, where you
So
have enough money
you
saved up.
provide life insurance. In addition to life insurance, what other services
Okay.
do you
We
provide?
also provide investments. Okay, we help them save for retirement. Also, in case an emergency, we show them how to do that. Okay. Also, college savings, especially for us Haitians. I know we give that a priority. Okay. We show them how to do that as well. Okay. And also, we have a legal program to help out the families in case they need access to a lawyer at an affordable cost.
When you say a legal program, is it a prepaid legal?
Prepaid legal.
Or do you just have free lawyers? I'm just trying to get this. What is a number or an email address that people can get a hold of you? As we speak, we're going to be talking. I'm going to be asking you that question again and again, because the purpose of this is to really galvanize
Right.
the people that are listening to us right now, so that you can get more business and they can get a better service.
Right.
So what is a number that they can reach? They can reach you.
Well, they can reach me directly on my cell phone, which is 954-934-7201.
Let's repeat that again.
954-934-7201.
Is there an email that they can reach you as well?
Yes. That would be P, as in Pacheli, Baptist, BAPTIS, with the number 2, at gmail.com.
That's
P,
P Baptist
Baptist without the TE, 2, at gmail.com.
2@gmail.com. So, given that I'm a young man, 17, a young woman, 18, 19, 20, I'm in college or I'm in high school, does your company have an open door where I can come through and learn about this business? Or if I'm 40, if I'm 60, retired, does your company have an open door where they can teach me about this business, more about this business? How can I go into this business as well? Because from my perspective, it seems as if you guys are doing something that is beneficial for the community. How can they learn about it? Does it offer job opportunity as well?
Okay. You know what? That's actually a great point, and I'm going to talk about that. It's not more of a job; it's more of an opportunity where you can actually work for yourself.
It's not a job.
It's not a job.
It's a career opportunity, basically.
okay.
Yeah.
And when I actually
It's an
sit down with
opportunity
people,
to own your own business.
okay, that eventually would come into play. Okay, but the key, the key thing that I'm going to talk to you guys about tonight is usually when I sit down with somebody, when they talk about a career, they usually pour money, time, and also security. Well, come to find out, as we have a job, we don't have a lot of money, we usually don't have a lot of time, and security is not really there, And as a self-employed, we can have lots of money, right? But we don't have much time for ourselves. And also, the only security is us, because we're the only source of income. Okay, what we have is an opportunity where you can actually start working for yourself, but eventually, you can run and operate an office. Okay, that's the opportunity. That's the opportunity that's available out there. So anyone can actually come in, learn about a system. Now, if actually they are motivated, if they have the willingness, because if they're not willing, it's pointless how much we know. So we're looking for people that are willing and motivated, self-motivated, self-disciplined. We can actually train and help us grow, because we're
So
spending.
the age is not a.
As far
have
as
to
the
be.
age, you have to be at least 18 or older.
Okay.
Because there are licenses that are involved. Pretty much what we're doing is legal.
Okay.
You have to be at least 18 of age. But you can actually come and learn what we do. But as far as
So
what we
you
do
take interns right now. You would take interns and start teaching them, but
Yeah.
they have to be 18 before they could start being part of the business.
Right. Yeah, you have to be at least 18 to actually get your license and be able to do what we do.
So, allow me to make this statement real quick. For those of you who are out there, 15, 16 in high school, here you are, you have right in front of you, you have a group of young individuals who are here ready to help you learn about a business. So when you become 18, you can go ahead and start and be just like them. Be young individuals starting your own business and moving on towards a positive direction. Now, talking about the young individuals, we talked about college planning earlier. When is the best time to start planning for someone's college?
As soon as the baby's born.
The
Because the sooner
earlier
the
the
better.
better, yeah.
Why is it the sooner the better?
Because if the sooner you start, the less you have to contribute a month in order to accumulate that sum of money they need for college. Because if you wait until they're 15, you only have 3 years to accumulate the whole amount. So the sooner you have, the more time you have, and the more you can actually earn interest in your investment.
So if I get this properly, the earlier you start, the less stress that you will have to deal with in order to put this package together for your child, and it costs you less, and you don't really feel
Which goes the exact same thing for retirement.
Okay, so one, we're talking about investment. I mean, the other thing that you talked about was investment.
Right.
Who should be an investor? Should I be a millionaire, or should I be someone with extra money, $150,000, $200,000 in the bank to be an investor, or is investment for anyone and everyone who's interested with a little bit to invest?
To start with that, I've always learned don't work harder, work smarter. So you can get other ways to earn income. You should take advantage of it, such as either people working for you with a business opportunity or your money working for you. So regardless of how much money you're making, you'd want to take advantage of investment, because that's money working for you without you having to do so. Now there are some ways you'd want to make sure that you're doing, so you don't have all your eggs invested in one basket. For example, it's important that you have diversification. Somebody that only has let's say $25 a month, or 50, or 100, or 25,000. Well, it's important that you don't put everything in one basket, because what if that basket breaks? You lose everything. And diversification is the key. And you guys might be familiar with mutual funds, because that's one thing that we actually deal with, and which allows the average person an opportunity to actually get into mutual funds where they have a professional manager and their investments actually diversified.
Once again, let's give everyone the number and the email that they can reach you in case they're interested in getting a life insurance, financial planning, or college, some college planning for their kids, or in investment. What is that number again?
It's 954-934-7201. Again, it's 954-934-7201.
Now, your number is a 954 number. Does that mean that your business is only based in Broward, or are you statewide, nationwide? Can someone whoever's watching, let's say someone's watching up in Boston, they need your assistant. Can your company provide services to them? Someone's watching up in New York, or in North Carolina, or someone's watching in Haiti, for example. They're watching Hallan Daphnis on the World Beat anywhere around the world. Can you still assist them?
Now, if I am licensed in these states, I would have been able to help. So far, I'm only licensed in Florida, which means I'm so far limited in everyone in Florida.
But the work that you do is needed anywhere and everywhere. So anyone wherever they are, the goal is to
grow and eventually be in Haiti as well.
Let's give that number again. I learned a lot from you guys just in the short time that we have, and hopefully the people who are listening here have learned a lot as well, and they can get connected with you.
Okay. So the number is 954-934-7201.
And the email?
It's BAPTIS with the number 2 at gmail.com.
The final word.
And not really a final word, but if anybody want to contact me also, if you try to reach for Charlie Baptist and you guys cannot reach him, you guys can call me at 561-703-3530, 561-703-3530.
So it's not only a 954 number, we do have a 561 number. So my name is Salusa Basquin, and this is Hallan Daphnis on the World Beat. It was a pleasure to host two of the prominent young business owners that are in the community, serving the Florida area, wherever you are in the state of Florida. And if you're anywhere else, you can always come to Florida and get service from them. Because if you're inside of the state of Florida, they can always provide services to you. Thank you.
Let's get together and feel alright. One love, one heart. Thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. Yeah, let's get together and feel alright. Oh, let them all pass on us. There is one question I really love to ask. Is there a place for hopeless singing who has worked on Malcolm to sing his song within me? One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel alright. One love, one heart. Thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. Let's get together to fight this old and knock it down. When demon come, there will be no doom. Out if you know chances cruising in, there will no hiding place from the Father of creation. Say, one love, one heart. Let's get together and feel alright. One love, one heart. Thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. Yeah, let's get together and feel alright. Give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright.
Hello everyone who's watching. My name is Michelle Dacius. I'm with a company, an affiliated with a company called Ward Real Estate. It's a little unusual of a name. I'll spell it out for everyone. It's L-I-E-V as in Victor, Ward Real Estate. As many of you know, the current state of our real estate market is, I can say, it's not where many of us would like it to be right now. There are many of you currently in the foreclosure status. What we call foreclosure status is any time you have gone 3 months without making payments. Officially, most banks put you on the foreclosure status, and at 6 months, you are at that point. By then, you should get a letter in the mail telling you from the bank you are currently at a status called foreclosure, and not at the current state. This is becoming more of a trend right now. There are a lot of people in that status. We don't want to be, but unfortunately, due to the current state of the economy, many of us don't have the job to support and to continue on making payments. And as a result, we find ourselves in that status that we don't want to be in. What can you do as someone watching and would like to either get yourself out of that situation or out of that status that you're in? As you all know, there are many options that are being offered as an alternative to foreclosure. We call an alternative to foreclosure is anything that allows you, or at least gives you, the ability to not be in that foreclosure status to where the bank is forced to take over your home and surrender your home, which can be very detrimental to your credit, which, as you know. The popular options right now as an alternative to foreclosure, we are hearing a lot about short sale, and we're also hearing a lot about loan modification. To those, of course, with a job, which, as I stated before, a lot of people are out of work, unfortunately are not able to meet that first and foremost criteria of meeting the loan modification criteria. If you're out of work, unfortunately, that is an automatic denial for you. You're not going to be qualified to receive loan modifications from the bank. Now, what would be the alternate option for someone watching? Who knows? The bank is not going to qualify you for loan modification. In that case, I would recommend to consider the short sale as an option. Short sale is something we are very much expert in our firm. For anyone watching interested, of course, I encourage you to call our office, 877-663-5833, and if you are within the Palm Beach, Broward, Dade County, you may call 561-404-7388. Thanks again for those of you watching. I want to thank you for tuning in. Once again, my name is Michelle Dacius with the company name Levoord Real Estate, And I encourage you to call the office if you are finding yourself in the foreclosure status and you are behind on your payments, and I'll be happy to speak with you more on the available options that is available to you. And once again, the number to call is 561-404-7388. And if you're not in the Palm Beach, Broward, Dade County, call our toll-free number, which is 877-663-5833. Thanks again for watching.
C'est que moi pas ça dire ça. Si ouais, c'est pour moi. que mueve, c'est bagaille qui fait la peine. C'est que moi passe à dire ça.
C'est le 77e. Wow. Même laissez madame et la information. On pourrait dire ça quand même. Et si c'est pas télévision, la HLN vous dit ça. On pourrait dire ça quand même.
Like that.
Very talented.
One for.
Oh my God.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Welcome on the World Big Hallan Daphnis show. Tonight we have our special guest, recently from Haiti, Mrs. Jean-Baptiste, and she's going to tell us about her recent visit to Haiti. Mrs. Carlin, good evening and welcome.
Thank you so much for inviting me. Good evening, everyone.
So we know you just got back from Haiti, and would you please tell us about your recent trip from Haiti?
Well, as a matter of fact, I just made it back yesterday, which is I have everything really fresh in my memory. The visit was okay, but still sad. As we all know, there's a lot that still needs to be done down there. My main concern is the kids, because I work a lot with children. I'm a pediatric nurse, and I've been having a youth foundation here in Florida, and the whole thing was to work on a project of an orphanage we have down there, and this was the purpose of my trip.
Can you tell us a little bit about the project that you have down there?
Okay, the reason why I went down there is because we have an orphanage we're working on helping down there, and basically those children, it's starting from 5 months old till 5 years old. So we've been taking care of them by bringing diapers, clothes, food, and basically everything. And we provide shelters, and after 2 years by helping here, where we set up fundraising, we've been asking for donations, charity works. So it was a pleasure for me to go down there and then to see how things it's gone. As far as those children, I see they still need help, and I'm not gonna say it's sad because we make a big step to compare us as before, but we still have a lot to work on.
How long have you been having this program going in Haiti?
We had it started before the earthquake, and the whole plan now is to make it bigger, and then to see how we can give more children opportunity to live better, to be in a safer environment.
Kids' problem in Haiti is huge. So what is your ambition? How far you want to go? How many kids would you like to house and care for?
Let's say that if I had to count, it's gonna be really hard. I would love to get, we would love to get as many kids as we can, but whatever come up the project, we're gonna have to limit it. If anybody is watching and would love to support us, that would be a pleasure to please get involved in the program that we're having. And then the orphanage name is Heart of Hope, which is Curtis Bois, and her phone number is 561-294-0248. And we would love to have some support. Thank you so much for watching.
Once again, we'd like to thank Reverend Paul for joining us tonight at Gilou's restaurant. And we would like to continue our conversation from last week. And watch that briefly, we talked last week about the end of time. And we talked briefly on the Apocalypse, or Revelation. And then you did say, and show us really what the Bible is saying to us as to the last days. So tonight, what I only wanted to do, I wanted to talk about the Antichrist, because the Antichrist is really deeply involved in the last days. Not only what are the signs of the Antichrist, but and where exactly will the Antichrist come from? Because I've heard, when I used to go to Bible school, that the Antichrist could be someone like from Syria. Why they say is that? Because they claim that someone who's a Semite, someone who possesses tremendous knowledge. But tonight I don't want to really talk about who the Antichrist is, but what is the Antichrist entail? What is the purpose of the Antichrist? Isn't anyone who is against Christ an Antichrist?
Well, my name is Paul, and I truly believe that the Bible spoke of Antichrist is anyone that is against Christ. We have many Antichrists, the disciples used to say at their time. But there will be one Antichrist, just like there are many little Jesus, but there was one Jesus Christ. And the Bible does describe both of them, how they're coming and who they're going to be. And you asked, the first question was, you believe that he would be a Syrian, because many people say that. Well, I believe the enemy will copy the same person that Christ was. He will come out of the Middle East, as you stated, but not the way you're looking at it. I believe that this person will be a person that everybody will like, and he will have a Muslim name, and he will have a Jewish name, and also an American name, so that he could gather the whole world together. It's not going to be a person first per se as a Syrian. And when we read the Bible spoke of a last sign that we will see. Matthew 24 gave you many signs. Wars and rumors of wars, which we've seen. Kids disobeying their parents, which we are seeing. Wars and earthquake, famine, all these things we experiencing them now. But there's a sign that the Bible says that the man that make Israel and the Palestinians to sign a peace treaty for 7 years, the Bible said this man will be the Antichrist. And we are very close of doing that. In September coming, the Jews have to really come up, either the sign or something else will force them to sign a peace treaty with the Palestinians. And that's where we are at. Now, if this happens, whoever is behind it will be the person that will close out the last 7 years of that contract. He will be the one that demands that people will worship him as God in the mid-tribulation. In 3 years and a half, what he's going to do is gather the world, which was your second question, was what's the purpose? The purpose is to gather the world as one to fight for Antichrist at the end time, because he knows his time is short. So what they're going to do is gather all religion to be as one. Now they have come up with a name for a new religion. They call it CUISNE. They're making right now, and Robert Schuller is the one advocated towards the Christian and also the Muslim. They're meeting in mosques together. They're gathering in churches. Now they're taking the cross off the churches also, because they don't want them to be there. As you know, when Mr. Obama was going to make his speech at a university, they had to remove the cross. So the cross will be removed, but the Bible says in 1 Corinthians that the cross is the power of God. But yet all these things have to happen.
But let me ask something. Isn't it the cross, rather, is a sign of humiliation?
Yes.
Because when you look at it, they use the cross to humiliate Jesus, beat him up, put him on the cross. You know, I think the cross as a sign. So the way you're putting it, to me, I feel like it's a reminder of what they did to our Lord, you know, and they humiliated him.
Yes.
And I think, you know, we should really worship him when he has risen from the dead and has he went to heaven. Why do we need the cross to be a reminder of that? Don't you think it's a form of a psyche thing? Because, you know, because I don't think you and I had nothing to do with being killed on the cross.
No, there's a purpose for it, and the purpose for it is that he came as a lamb, according to Isaiah 53, and he will be slaughtered as a lamb. And this is the kind of spirit that we have upon us, even if they try to slaughter us, or that the Bible says, love your enemy, pray for those that persecute you, do good to them that hate you. If you understand what he suffered, then you are able to suffer yourself. Because one of the fruit of the spirit is long suffering. And if you don't have that mentality, when time comes for you to suffer, you won't be able to suffer.
So the cross is a reminder.
It's a reminder how you should be in case the enemy come against you.
So I'll be able to resist, you know, like
resist the temptation of fighting back, or to do it on your own way, when the Bible says vengeance is the Lord.
Okay. There was another thing I wanted to talk to you about. When we study the biblical, you know, knowledge, you know, in history, we know that, for example, it was predicted that the Roman Empire will constitute a new empire. So what we call now the European power, the European axis. But what I'm observing now, even right now, in the attack on Libya, if the Americans do not back NATO, which is the European power, they could not handle that fight, even against a mere dictator with no weapons. The so-called European empire that all the theologians predicted that was going to be such a big power, they're going to go take over the whole Middle East. I think it's a fallacy, and that prophecy has totally failed. So what do you guys do whenever you make this prediction and it doesn't happen? How do you deal with that?
Okay, if you understand the movement with Libya and Gaddafi is a well-powerful man for over 40 years, so he knows all the right people that's controlling this world, and that's what's been holding him in power still this very day. This man has over $40 billion, so you're not talking about a small potato. You're talking of somebody that's well into business with Italy, with Germany, with everybody. So he's protected by the sources that he's been doing business with.
But they're the same sources who's attacking him now.
It's
France, Italy, Germany, America is part of it, or England, because he has business with all of them.
Well, why he's been attacked is because if you look around the world, you will see that all the dictators has to go down. Syria is next. Okay. You know, they all has to go down. Why? Because there will be one world dictator.
Okay, but the question is really, is there any role, as far as biblical role, that a role that you see that Gaddafi is playing? Is he part of the program, as far as the apocalyptic, you know, ending of this world?
No, I don't see him part of it, but I see him part of a greater role than that, because what's going on now, if you understand the politics that's behind all these dictators coming down, it's for Mr. Obama to get the votes. Like for the Libyan Americans that are living here, once he take Gaddafi down, they will vote for him. Just like the Egyptians will vote for him. Just like anywhere in the world that he cut down the dictators, they will vote for him. And he's not looking within the vote of the Americans anymore. He's looking for a world vote, because his next step is the world vote.
I am here with Ganes, I should say. Ganes, you have been very instrumental as far as what we are doing here tonight over at Gilou Island Cuisine, the Good Shepherd, an interesting organization here in the Palm Beach area. Why did you feel it was necessary for the Good Shepherd to be a part of what we're doing here tonight?
Because that's something that, first of all, I would like to say good afternoon, good morning to our community, because something that we're looking for to help the community for a long time. And then what we intend to do right now, we try to get the land for Good Shepherd Humanitarian Corporation, try to buy the land to have a community center.
Okay.
Yeah, because what our community center is going to be is we're going to have we're going to assist the community, and we're planning to have when the kids have a problem, place we can have place for them, and a family who have a problems, they have a place to stay, and we can be able to help them, and we want to be able to serve the community, to provide a job, not to get them not to look for a job, but we want to have the job there. When they come in, we can get the job and get them employed, you know, to us and work with us. And also we're going to try to get involved with the Chinese people. We have in contact with the Chinese in China. We're going to try to get people here to know if the person know how to do anything, computer and anything about the item. We're going to have a factory here. And we try to, we want to have to see that our community to be self-sufficient.
All right, well, what Kenneth is saying is very interesting, and we love what you are doing right now in the diaspora as well as West Palm Beach is concerned. I also know that you are in the process, you are thinking about running for a particular post right here in the Palm Beaches as far as supervisor of election. Why is it that you want to be in that particular position? And how do you think that you can help your community at large by going for that post?
Because I have experience. I have 4 years experience, and I've been going to all the 27 high schools in Palm Beach County and register people to vote. And I used to have a voting drive and teach the community how to vote and fill out the application, help them out to get involved in the society, to make sure to get involved, to get them involved in the election process. So that means their vote can count. And because our community we grow, our community is growing up, and I think we've been paying our tax in the community. I think we need to get involved in that process, because the majority of us right now, as I think we're about over the 80,000 vote in Palm Beach County, and especially the Haitian community. I think we can place anyone, and if we educate it, if we have someone to talent, teach us, educate us, to get to know exactly what's our election about. And I think that we need to have our own. We need to have our own. We need to have our own people that will become the supervisor of election. We need to have our own mayor. We need to have our own commissioner. And when we have a problem, we need to know to go to when we have a problem. But when we have a problem, we don't know who to contact. We don't know who we go to, because we have a problem in the community, because we have a lack of we have a big problem in the community, because we are in our community, we have so many violence. Nobody care about us. So that's the reason why I want to see myself as the one that will become the supervisor of election, so I can be able to help my community.
Oh, well, we know that great things that will truly happen right here in the Palm Beaches. Canessa, success. Thank you very much for being here, part of the program, and of course the Good Shepherd for being one of the title sponsors here tonight. I'm sure we're going to have an opportunity to talk with you again in the very near future. Again, this is Hallan Daphnis coming to you right here from Gilou Island Cuisine. Remember, it's the place to be. Want to thank AJE Foundation, We're Building Lives in IT, TRM Psychological Services, Dr. Busico, Dr. Marga LaFalaise, High Design Uniforms, Good to Go Productions, TE Kayard, JMHD Advertising, and of course the Good Shepherd and Mikael doing a wonderful job for us as usual.
Love
Very happy to be here tonight over at Gilou Island Cuisine. Truly the place to be. Some wonderful guests, have been a part of our program here tonight. I want to say thank you to some of our major sponsors. AJE Foundation, Rebuilding Lives in Haiti, DRM, Psychological Services under the direction of Dr. Boussico and Dr. Marc Lafalaise. We'll not forget D.E. Kayard in New York City. Hiring designer uniforms, MJ, she's a beauty consultant, and of course Michelle, I guess I should call her Michaela from now on, and Curtis Squaw. Now Colleen, you were interviewed earlier with Zico, real serious about what you're doing back in IEC, but we're not going to get into that right now. Someone here was very special to us. A part of this particular production. She has had several programs in this particular network, along with Dr. Marc Lafalaise. I'm talking about Dr. Boussico. She is celebrating her birthday today. Amen. Now, how young is she now? I don't know. Maybe she's a toddler, maybe she's an infant, but it is Dr. Boussico. So we want to sing happy birthday to her, something that we don't do on a regular basis on this particular program. So I have asked Carolina to join me, and perhaps she can help me in singing happy birthday. Dr. Boussico, where are you? Where is she? I can't see. Where's the birthday girl? Oh my goodness, I don't know. Is she coming?
She's right here.
Oh my goodness, this is Dr. Boussico. Oh, Dr. Boussico, how are you? All right. Now, I don't know how young are you today?
Young enough.
Young enough. And let us all sing happy birthday to Dr. Boussico. Yeah. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Dr. Boussico. Happy birthday to you. Keep on singing. It has been fun, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you very much for being a part of what we're doing here at Gilou Island Cuisine on the world beat of the place to be. I want to thank AJE Foundation for Rebuilding Lives in Haiti, DRM Psychological Services, and of course Curtis Squaw, Michelle, that's the way some good production. Until next time, we'll catch you. Until Julien Romelus, take us home, brother. All right.
Thank you, thank you.